All right, let's get in the main event. Main event, and it's gonna make you guys mad, but I'm gonna say it. It was a fun-sized fight. It's a fun-sized fight. Anything under 155 is fun-sized. It's funny to me how serious people take the funner-sized fights because they are little guys. I don't know. I guess I'm a big asshole. But I'll tell you what, man. I just would rather watch bigger people fight. If you had a card of the best 125, 35, and 45 fighters in the world ever fighting on that card on the left, and then on the right, you had a card of unknown heavyweights. Guess which one I would rather watch? As a consumer, just saying as a consumer. As a professional, as a fighter, I know, yeah, man, the little guys, that's going to be way more technical, way more skilled. But you're talking about 240 to 280 pound dudes smashing into each other, crushing each other's skulls and faces and throwing elbows and shit. Like, come on. I'm telling you. And then you throw in actual, skilled guys. Let's see, makes it even better, man. Henry Cejudo coming back, 3 years laid off. He's had a lot of success and came back to fight Aljamain Sterling, who has had a very controversial run. He's trying to get credibility, and I don't think this fight did it, because he wins his title from a DQ. So he didn't, people thought he was losing the fight, and then he wins the fight because he got kneed in the head and couldn't continue. People didn't like him and called him names because he quit. They're like, oh, you're fine. You could have fought. I think he did the right thing, but people are still going to attack him over that point. Then there's a rematch, and Sterling wins a split decision over Jan, and people lose their shit. People don't agree. People thought that Jan won. So he's got another smudge in the mix. After the Jan debacle, he fights Dillashaw. Dillashaw comes back after he's been out for a little while. I don't know, did he have a fight before that? I can't remember. But he fights Dillashaw. And Dillashaw goes into the fight with an injury. He doesn't want to pull out of the fight, doesn't want to lose out on the money, doesn't want to lose out on the opportunity. So he fights injured anyways. And his shoulder keeps coming out of socket throughout the fight. And they had to stop it. I remember that. I'm trying to put it back in the socket. No bueno. So he had a bad injury going into it. So now he goes into a fight with the little guy, Henry Cejudo. And it's a split decision again. It was a close fight. It really could have gone either way. And the only reason I'm okay with it going with Sterling was because he was a champ. He had to beat the champ. I didn't see enough out of Cejudo to merit him taking the rounds and stealing the rounds. I just didn't. I didn't see it. I saw good things from both guys, but I don't think Cejudo pressed enough. I don't think he should have been all over him. Way more over him. I don't know if he got comfortable and thought he was winning or what, but I think a lot more getting to the clinch, a lot more pushing him around, a lot more being physical with him. But I kind of noticed that Cejudo was undersized. I think he's too small. I think he's too small to compete against Sterling, and maybe at 135. I think he needs to be a 125-pounder. I think he's a 125-pounder. And I'll be honest with you, if they had a 115 for men's, I think Cejudo would probably be able to make 115. I think he's vastly undersized because I think that was what he's having trouble with. I don't think he had the strength to deal with Aljo's size. Too big. Gary says, I had Henry 3-2, but Aljo winning 3-2. I can't complain. There was close rounds. Yep. That would be interesting. Moreno versus Cejudo. Let's do it. Moreno versus Cejudo. I could see that. Penty has Cejudo versus Max. That could be interesting also. But I have a feeling Cejudo puts him on his back pretty quick and does work.